Morning. Have you updated your status on Facebook, or maybe you tweeted about your day today before you went to work? Social networking has become woven into the fabric of our lives and changed the way we communicate, but it's also impacted our relationships with friends, family members, and of course, most importantly, our significant others. And here with us this morning to talk about this phenomenon is Rick Brown, our relationship expert and the head of the Institute for Relationship Therapy. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk first about these networking websites and how they impact our relationship with our significant others, because a lot of people find they go on these websites and they end up spending hours there.
Hours. But first, I think the reason they're so popular is they really speak to a universal, I think, a craving we all have to feel connected and to stay connected. And this is what these sites do. They help us connect with other people, and they help us to feel connected with other folks. So on that hand, I think they're very positive. But you also mentioned a real liability, and that is that we might find ourselves spending more time being connected to somebody else than we are to our own significant other.
And let's talk about some of the connections that we make on Facebook and Twitter. A lot of people end up becoming connected with their exes, ex-girlfriends, maybe ex-wives, ex-husbands. Is that healthy or not so much?
Well, I think we usually know inside, if there's something inside you that says, I'm not sure I should be doing this, that's probably a good signal. Most of us need to feel connected to others, but if we're really doing it as a substitute for the real connection with our significant other, then that is a problem.
And what about relationships with other people that we make on Facebook? You know, some people are uncomfortable being friends with a boss or their doctor. Are these relationships, or even maybe your child's school teacher, are these relationships we should also be wary of?
Well, I think we need to have appropriate boundaries. And again, I think inside we really know whether this is a boundary that we're crossing that is not really appropriate. And if you feel that inside, that's a good signal. The other way to test that, though, is if your partner or your significant other is raising questions about it, I think you want to listen to that as well.
And what about the people who say, well, gosh, you haven't been friends with this person in 20 years. Why are you trying to reconnect with this person now? Maybe there's a reason that this relationship dissolved 20 years ago and that you haven't kept in touch. Is there any truth to that?
Well, but some people can go back and find that they really enjoy reconnecting with people out of their past. But I think there's usually two good tests to ask yourself. One is a self-test between you, the four walls, and God. Are you actually connecting up with this person because there's something missing in your life? And if that's the case, you really want to watch that. Or are you connecting up with this person because you genuinely are interested in that person, you've got a good thing going with your significant other and your spouse, and it's okay? Then I think that's all right.
All right, Dr. Rick Brown, thank you so much for being with us this morning, our relationship and therapy expert. As always, you give the best advice. We really appreciate your time. Jackie, let's send it back to you.